We are going to learn how to name compounds and writing formulas for the third year ESO. This is the index. Now, ions, cations, and anions. Cations are positive ions, they are named using the element's name followed by the oxidation state in Roman numerals. That is called the stock system. When having more than one oxidation number. For example, sodium cation, calcium cation, iron 2 cation, and so on. Ammonia is a special one. It's a polyatomic ion, several atoms in just one molecule with positive charge. Then there are anions. Anions are negative ions, are ending with the suffix "ide". There you have several of the names: hydride, fluoride, chloride, bromide, iodide, oxide, that is different from the others, sulfide, selenide, telluride, nitride, phosphide, arsenide, antimonide, carbide, silicide, boride. Oxide is in bold phase because it's quite important. Then binary compounds are compounds with two elements. And the first type is with hydrogen, the metallic hydrides. So it's a combination of metal and hydrogen. And the case of the oxidation number for hydrogen is always -1 for these compounds. Example 10,2 hydride. The explanation for all these things are in the previous two videos for the third year, for tercero de la ESO. Then hydrogen with non-metals, the groups 16 and 17. These are the formulas and the systematic name, and when they are in aqueous solution, the names for them: hydrogen fluoride, hydrogen chloride, hydrogen bromide, hydrogen iodide, hydrogen sulfide, hydrogen selenide, hydrogen telluride. Then, in aqueous solution, hydrofluoric acid, hydrochloric acid, hydrobromic, hydroiodic, hydrogen sulfide, hydrogen selenide, hydrogen telluride. These are not changing. Then there is another possibility, hydrogen with non-metals for the groups 13, 14, and 15. You get ammonia, that is quite important compound, phosphane, ursane, stevane, methane, another quite important molecule, and these are the two. Oxides, again binary compounds, two atoms, one of them is oxygen with the oxidation state -2, plus another element that it could be a metal or sometimes a non-metal. With metals, we are going to use the stock system, for example, iron 3 oxide, and with non-metal, we are going to use the systematic approach using Greek prefixes, for example, dinitrogen pentaoxide. But there is other possibilities. For example, if you remember the sequence of the elements in the periodic table, when chlorine is before oxygen, the name is going to be, this is a mistake, this is a D, so it's pentaoxygen dichloride. This is D, it's a mistake, okay? Not an N, but a D. It's the combination of oxygen and chlorine. And chlorine is forming here the chloride compound, so it's D. Peroxides, these are combination of this ion peroxide. This is the formula, and the oxidation number for this block is -1. And one is, the first is very famous, hydrogen peroxide. This is a substance used for injuries, to clean injuries. And these are another two peroxides for lithium and calcium. Another binary compounds are binary salts. These are coming from a metal, the cation, and a non-metal, the anion, and the naming rule is using the stock way to name it. So the metal, the oxidation number in Romans, plus the non-metal, plus the suffix "ide". For example, iron 3 fluoride for this formula, or copper 1 iodide for this other formula. Then, non-metal and plus non-metal compounds. These are special type called covalent compounds formed by a non-metal and another non-metal, following the other in the sequence of elements in the periodic table, as you know from the previous videos. Naming the first element without changes, this first, and the second with the suffix "ide". For example, this one is phosphorus pentachloride, or this one bromine trifluoride. Finally, hydroxides, they are compounds containing a metal cation and the hydroxide ion. And this is the pack with a negative charge. The naming rule is metal name in stock Romans plus hydroxide. For example, this one, very famous, sodium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, tin-4 hydroxide, chromium 3 hydroxide. And these are the formulas. Now, you can pause the video if you want, and then copy all these exercises and try to answer them. And in a few seconds, you'll see the answer. So pause the video. So this is the first part, the answer for the first part, and amen. The first part. So you can pause the video and take notes. And finally, this is the second part, formulating, write the formula for these substances, and these are the answers. You can copy them and check out your right or wrong answers, and you need to study more if there are more wrong answers than right ones, of course. Okay, so excellent work. You now have the basic English vocabulary for inorganic nomenclature. See you in the next video. Bye bye.